Good evening, and welcome to the GLISSANDO 2020, the annual benefit event of Rainey Institute, presented virtually for the first time in our history. Rainey Institute is where the arts change lives, and like so many young people here in Cleveland, I too can say that's what Rainey's done for me. I'm Michael Gregg, a Rainey kid, alum, and currently a teaching assistant in Rainey's Visual Arts program. I have the pleasure of being the MC for tonight's event and hoping to share with you what an amazing place Rainey is, all the great things it does for kids like me and my friends, and how this is your opportunity to help. Thank you, and enjoy GLISSANDO. Not only is Rainey out in the community, at our rec centers and schools, but we're also blessed to have a 25,000 square foot facility here in Huff. That's where I am right now. And all year long, kids come here for after school programs, classes on the weekends, preschool activities, and a great team program. Now, I'd like to introduce to you Executive Director at Rainey Institute, Jennifer Harris.
My name is Jennifer Harris, and I'm the Executive Director at Rainey Institute. Well, Rainey was founded in 1904 by Eleanor B. Rainey. It was originally founded as a settlement house, providing social services to Eastern European immigrants. The board realized that the neighborhood and community was really changing, and that they recognized that they had to change too. So going forward, they focused on the arts and serving the children in the Huff community and surrounding areas. Then about 10 years ago, Rainey moved into this beautiful facility. We serve over 2,700 children a year through the visual and performing arts by providing after school, preschool, summer camp, Saturday programming, private lessons, just inside this facility. And we also go out into the community and provide services at local schools, in the recreation centers, homeless shelters, the libraries, and more. Rainey's different from other arts organizations because even though we strive to provide for exposure and excellence in the arts, that's not all we strive to do. We focus on supporting children's overall cognitive, social, and emotional growth so they could achieve their full potential, and that could in turn have a positive impact on their life. Our mission at Rainey is to develop positive growth for Greater Cleveland's youth through education and engagement in visual and performing arts. One of our core values at Rainey is access, geographically and economically. When our land was being scoped out for this beautiful new facility, it was clear that we had to keep our home in Huff. It's important to the children and families of this community that they have a place to experience the arts right in their backyard. But ensuring access to a program regardless of a family's ability to pay is equally important. It's because of events like GLISSANDO that we have the resources to allow us to deliver these opportunities and for children to gain access to our programming.
Thanks, Jennifer. I hope you're enjoying tonight's Glissando and learning more about Rainey. Did you know that Rainey serves over 2,700 kids every year? 2,700. That's a lot of kids. And we're able to do that because of your generosity and support. Now, from Rainey's El Sistema Instrumental Music Program, please welcome cellist Ethan Alala performing French folk song. Rainey is a place where children find family, support, and incredible role models. People who really care about who we are and how to get us where we want to go in life. Here are two of those awesome people, Mr. Titus and Mr. Marque.
My name is Titus Golden. I'm a full-time working artist at Rainey. I help out with El Sistema After School and Outreach.
My name is Marque Davis III, and I am a teaching artist here at Rainey Institute. I also work with El Sistema and the Saturday program.
Growing up, parents split up, spent most of my time with my mom. It was either, honestly, it was either find something to do or hang out on the street corner. So my mom brought us here to Rainey, and that's when I met, dance teachers, drama teachers, capoeira teachers. Mr. Douglas is an African male, and he kind of took on that father figure role for me growing up. So it just allows kids to experience different kinds of people, but at the same time gives you an opportunity to grow in different areas.
When I was in elementary school, middle school, high school, I was very talented, but I would see at like maybe regional orchestra or something like that, children with all these resources. And I can think that, okay, I'm like a big fish in a little pond at my own school. And I'm like, where do they get all of this information? Where do they get all of these resources from? And me, spending part of my childhood being homeless, I was really lacking for resources. So I want to be able to reach and connect with a child who has possibly gone through a situation similar to that from a cultural standpoint, from a socioeconomic standpoint. Hopefully I can make a difference in their life.
Rainey was my first time full job. So to be able to grow up under teachers, African American, male or female, and then be able to stick around, get a job before going off to college, being able to come back and still be received as a student or as a teacher's assistant and work the way up kind of the ranks to be full-time. So that's my personal opportunity, which I appreciate. Rainey's commitment to mentoring youth is kind of, I would say to me, it's the heart of, like the teachers that are being brought in. Like you can't really have a successful, I think, organization without the people around it that can still bring the heart and still bring the love to the people that come in. Whether you're teaching with them or making a joke, or they're having a bad day and you get to kind of sit down next to them and talk, and after the conversation they can have a smile on their face or keep moving through the day. Those type of things are pretty important to me.
And also, along with the after-school program and the Saturday program, we also have summer camp. And starting at around January, we have one of our younger teachers working with the teens to prepare them to be counselors for camp and hopefully be teaching assistants themselves. So it's another generation being brought up to be role models here at Rainey.
Coming together is really relevant when a lot of people are separated. And a lot of people, probably don't want to talk about things. So how they're handling everything that's going on in the world and still trying to function in a safe and positive way to still continue moving forward and not necessarily dwelling so much on what was lost or what has been taken away, but trying to see what can we gain and what doors can be opened to continue opportunities.
And as I'm reflecting on how I didn't have my first black male teacher until I was in middle school. And same thing, a year later wasn't until I saw my first black male principal. And then again, my only black male that I had that was a teacher was in high school, was a chemistry teacher. And I want everybody to understand that it doesn't matter what ethnicity a teacher is, as long as they're making a difference. But with that said, in the mind of a child, if they see somebody that resembles them, they're gonna say, all right, so I can do this. Because if they don't see anybody who resembles them, they're gonna think, this isn't for me. When I was in elementary school, the only black men that I saw were the custodians. And I didn't think being a teacher was accessible to me until like my senior year in high school. And the thing that I like about Rainey is that there are black men, there's a lot of black men here mentoring and teaching classes and showing kids you can teach.
GLISSANDO 2020 is presented by PNC Bank. PNC is the company behind the life-changing Grow Up Great initiative and is leading the way tonight as a presenting sponsor and committed partner of Rainey Institute. Our community needs love and respect and compassion like never before. And we need your support to make this all possible here at Rainey. So please, make a donation today of any amount. This is your opportunity to support this incredible place, these amazing kids, and all the lives being changed here every day. Thank you.
My name is LaShanae Hips, and I am the dance program manager here at Rainey. A day in the life for me here at Rainey really just consists of making sure that my time spent with the kids is engaging, it's impactful, it's filled with purpose, and just making sure that once those kids walk in our doors, they're smiling and ready to go. For me, the most special moment here at Rainey thus far has been the first day of after-school programming. When I first started at Rainey, we went straight into the impact of the coronavirus pandemic, and our doors closed instantly within the first week of me being here. So coming back in the fall and being able to work directly with the kids has been a phenomenal experience, and that first day has been very memorable for me. I think the fact that Rainey's after-school dance program and a lot of our dance programming consists of majority young women speaks volumes on how Rainey really pours into the young women as they develop and grow. Our dance programming really pushes to make sure that young ladies feel confident and that they're able to use their bodies and their movements to express how they feel. I have a student that works with the dance department. Her name is Shalonda Davis, and she's phenomenal. And you can tell that just by her work ethic, she's a Rainey kid at heart. And it's just great to see her transition into a young woman with such great work ethic, ready to go every single day. I really appreciate how the leadership here at Rainey is so hands-on with us and works with us and guides us. Jennifer actually entrusted Groundworks Dance Theater and our representative there to consult with me and to help me develop this new revamped program within the dance department. And I'm so excited for our new mission, our new vision, our new purpose, and our goals that we look to develop and grow. When finalizing the mission of the dance department here at Rainey, one of the main objectives that we wanted to focus on is that we wanted to develop our students artistically, physically, and emotionally. And I think that being able to be an emotional support for our students that walk through this door is very important, especially within this time. My personal goal is just to be an aspiration, to show them that you can use dance to have a career path, not just a hobby. However you want to utilize your artistic skill, you have the right and the ability to do it, and especially within these walls here at Rainey. I am forever grateful to have my first career opportunity in a management role and for it to be a part of Rainey Institute.
Now, for a movie dance performance, please welcome Rainey student Ava Patton and Rainey alum Shalonda Davis dancing to Andra Day's Rise Up.
You broke it down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out. Ooh, mountain, we can walk it out. Mountain. And I rise like the day, I rise unafraid, I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, high like the waves, I rise up, in spite of the age, I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence is quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we would take the world to its feet. Mountain, bring it to its feet. Mountain. And I rise like the day, I rise unafraid, I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
Now I'd like you to meet Jim Sacker and Janet Banks from Rainey's Board of Directors.
My name is Jim Sacker, and I'm president of the Board of Trustees.
I'm Janet Banks. I am the immediate past president of the Rainey Board.
I got involved about 8 years ago when a good friend of mine asked if I'd be willing to help out on the finance side of the Rainey Institute. So when I was asked to get involved, I was more than happy to. I was looking for another organization to spend some time with where I could make a difference. And my first visit here, seeing the kids, I thought this is the perfect organization for me.
I got involved with Rainey Institute a little under 10 years ago, and I was invited to attend one of the first GLISSANDO events, which is our major fundraiser to support our program. So I attended that event. I was just so impressed. I saw the children perform there, and then that it was for a good cause.
The thing that really makes Rainey different from other organizations is the involvement of the kids. Kids are so engaged, they're so active, they're so excited when they're here, and we do so much for them that they might not otherwise have in terms of the arts. So they get a part of their education that they might not see anywhere else, and it changes their lives.
So what makes Rainey Institute different? Our staff has a more personalized approach to interacting with the children. They know about the children, they know about the families, they know what their likes are, and so they can incorporate that into the arts instruction when they're with the children, so it could be a little more personalized.
The arts education really helps kids because it teaches them the value of hard work, how hard work pays off. It teaches them the discipline of being involved and active and working on something continuously. It also has the advantage of teaching and reinforcing things that they might learn in school, things like math and those kinds of things that are more rudimentary in school. This is a whole lot more fun to learn. At this time, when the schools are no longer offering education around music, the arts, the budget cutbacks, these are the first things to go. So from a community perspective, there's a void there. And the Rainey Institute fills that void. That's why its mission is so important.
We need donations for Rainey Institute to support our programming. No child is turned away from any of the program that we have here during the summer. We have a fantastic summer-based program which lasts several weeks, and we don't want anyone to be turned away. So those donations will help us with the summer program and the additional programs as well.
Well, donations are absolutely critical because, as you would imagine, the nominal fee that Rainey charges to families isn't nearly enough to cover the cost of operating an organization like this. So the donations support our mission. The donations allow children to come here who might not otherwise be able to afford or take part in any of this.
Other ways that people can help with helping Rainey Institute is by help to market our program and talk about the wonderful programs and benefits that we have here for children. They can also contact their politicians or the school board, particularly when there's cuts, to talk about the importance of arts education and to make sure that the programs are fully funded.
Once people understand what goes on here at Rainey, they'll fall in love with it and they'll want to help.
We are really grateful to our greater Cleveland community, the immediate community, for all of their support for Rainey Institute. They have embraced us, they have embraced the children, and because of that, our children have greatly benefited from it. One of the benefits of the children being involved in the arts is that they are socially minded children. They get involved in civic education, and they're going to be great assets in the community. So we're very grateful for all of the help that we receive from our community.
The lifetime effect that Rainey can have on kids, that as they're involved in this organization and they learn the lessons that Rainey teaches, what we find is they go on to get involved in some of the most productive lives, and they enjoy life, so we enrich their lives. It's a lifetime benefit that Rainey provides.
Rainey Institute is needed now more than ever before. Children need the joy of arts, access to great programs, and a safe place to keep learning and growing. Families need our support to help keep their kids engaged and excited about the future.
My name's Kate Oney. I'm the alsystem at Rainey Program Manager. alsystem at Rainey is a high-intensity after-school instrumental music program, and we serve primarily students in grades 2 through 8, and they can learn violin, viola, cello, or double bass. Kids come, they usually go straight to their classes. They can be in our beginning group, which is debut orchestra, our intermediate group, which is concert, or our advanced group with the older kids, which is chamber strings. And they participate in class for about an hour and a half every day. They learn how to play their instrument, they learn how to read notes, read rhythms, they learn how to work together with each other. Well, Rainey Institute believes that the arts should be accessible to every child, regardless of their background or their income. We seek to fill that gap, and by providing our program, we ensure that no child will go without music education. I think every day at Rainey is a special time. You might not know it at the time, but I think every day is special in its own way. It's important for women and girls to have positive role models. As a young woman, I did not necessarily have people in administration or management that I could look up to in that capacity, especially in nonprofit management. But more importantly, it's important for our kids to see us succeeding, see women in positions of leadership. So alsystem is more than just orchestra class. We use music as a vehicle for social change. We know that it's not enough to just teach them how to play an instrument, But one of our primary goals, and really the first goal, is that we want our students to leave us feeling empowered. We focus a lot on peer teaching, and the students work with each other, even from the very youngest second graders to our eighth graders. We also focus on mentorship, so we like to bring back our alumni to hire them as assistant teaching artists so that they can serve as positive role models for our students. When students come to Rainey, they come for arts class, they come music, dance, visual art, drama, but they leave with having been part of a family. They become something bigger than themselves. They contribute something, and they reap the benefits of that.
GLISSANDO 2020 is also presented by MAI Capital Management. In addition to being a commended partner of Rainey, MAI provides each of its clients with professional, comprehensive financial management services and an individualized game plan for life. My name is Michael Gregg. I am a teacher artist assistant here at Rainey Institute.
Hello, my name is Shalonda Davis. I am a teaching artist assistant at Rainey Dance Academy.
Hey, my name is Devin Chapman. I'm a teaching artist assistant and I teach for concert orchestra. My first time coming to Rainey was when I was 8 years old. I got introduced to this after school program, so I wanted to join.
Being involved with Rainey and their teen program really helps out with the community, and not only the community, but teens going into high school and maybe teens that are still even going through high school and that need help, or that need help going into college, because it helps out a variety of different types of situations for teens.
Rainey, when I was younger, felt like home. I get to come to Rainey, eat, and then after I eat, they help me with my homework. And then we would go into orchestra. And I felt good because we had a busy and productive day at school.
Personally for me, seeing the arts through children really helps me understand that being what you want to be in your field of art really helps out other people. And that's something that I had to learn through the children themselves, and which is why I kept coming back to Rainey, because every single time I see the arts through the children, it really helps me to understand that my art is special, because if that is how it is for these children, then how will it be for me when I actually start to get into it? So that's what keeps bringing me back to Rainey, and which is why I feel like my art will help me blossom my career even further.
It actually feels amazing to me because a lot of students look up to us. And it's amazing to see, especially in the dance academy, the kids are dancing and really showing the emotion through their dance and really setting goals for themselves. And I'm really happy and excited about that because they really look up to us.
Really, I really do appreciate Rainey for what they do.
Yes.
It's just amazing for what they can do for generations. Because if it worked for me, it'll work for these kids too. It'll work for each and every single generation after. It's just a sort of like a tradition here.
We always had a good vibe here. I remember summer camp, we used to start the mornings off singing songs. And at first I was shy, I didn't like it, you know. But we had good times together as family.
My favorite memory at Rainey was us singing in the morning. Some days I was like, I'm just tired, but I came here, the kids were so happy. And I'm like, yes, I'm ready to sing. It was a lot of energy, yes.
One of my favorite memories was, I remember Rainey put on a production, The Last Airbender. We wanted to do a production where we were like the Avatar, and I will never forget going on that stage and dancing. Like, I used to hate dance, I'm telling you. I did not like to dance. And Rainey really inspired me to get into dancing because I used to think, oh, I'm big and fat, I can't really dance. But once the dance instructor showed me what to do, stretching out your body, making sure you're ready to go when you get out on that stage, man, I'll tell you, I look like a ballerina up there. So yeah, really, that's one of my favorite memories. I'll never forget that production. I remember when the Rainey Institute first actually got this new building. I wasn't really into the arts. I didn't really think it was for me. But as the years went on, it really grew on to me that the arts is really something I should be doing. Maybe I can do it. Because some kids really don't think they can do art when they're at school. I mean, you're just in a class. But when you're here at Rainey, it's more so focused on actually doing the art. So coming here all these years, actually seeing people grow, seeing Shalonda, seeing Devin, I see now that the arts really can change lives. And if we were to continue to do this for years on end, this would probably help out a lot of people?
It brings youth out the streets and out of gang violence and all that. You bring them into a good environment. So I think having the arts around us and having us strive for something good in life and goals helps our youth out.
And I also agree with Devin because there are so many people out here that's very talented and they just don't know that they have that gift. Some people can sing, some people can dance, some people can draw, and they just don't know. And like Devin said, a lot of people are involved in gangs. They just don't know that they have that gift in their life. And I feel that Rainey Institute is the place that you should be to bring your gift out and show your art.
My name is Meng Shen Wu. My role at Rainey is I'm the Visual Arts Program Manager. So I was actually starting with 3 months residency life here. So partial of the time making my personal art project, but partial of the time I have to provide classes in this community. That 3 months for me is a very, very interesting time because this is the first time I get to observe the community here. I'm originally from Taiwan, so it's a very, very different cultural difference in between this community and where I come from. When I interact with my students in class, I try my best to provide equal opportunity for girls and boys together. Using art project as a medium, but creating a safe environment and class setting for them to really use art to socialize with other student members. Yeah. This is the community that we provide. I know all of our class, we try to provide as many type of art as possible. Like for example, visual art, we don't want to just provide like traditional painting or drawing class. We would like to introduce all sort of like modern art to people. So during the pandemic time, the quarantine time kind of stopped all the class, the physical class. So one thing I realized it's really what's definitely missing is that physical class interaction. And in July and August, we firstly try, after the long quarantine, try the physical class in a very small size during our summer camp. So because of this time background, we have a theme, kind of have students focus on thinking about their life condition right now. So the project, it's called Face to Face. The pandemic seen through a child's eyes. So this project involving with, we have them to write a letter to their future self in 10 years. And so this letter actually including they describing their current life condition and also releasing some of their fears and anxiety, and also kind of express their future dreams, what kind of world they want to live in the future and come in comparison to what's going on right now. And so we have them to read their letter, video the process, and combine that video with their self-portrait painting with augmented reality app. So it's kind of responding to this virtual world right now, creating a physical artwork that kind of you can connect with the digital video. We hear a lot of their life stories. Yeah, so that's something, you know, if anybody is interested, welcome to our community to see their work. Yeah.
Rainey is dedicated to positively impacting children's lives through engagement in the performing and visual arts. And this is done every day through our amazing programs.
Most of our goals is to provide a safe environment for them to use art as a media, different type of art. You know, mine is like visual art, and some of them dance or music. as a media for them to develop some social skills with other community members.
In preparing for our students to come, it's important for us to have different activities that allow them to engage, especially now in a more safe way, while still being able to develop more in their art skill.
Very fortunate that I have a wonderful team of teaching artists, and they really stepped up to the plate, and they were able to, within a week, turn everything around, put it on Google Classrooms, and provide some really high quality virtual instruction for them.
Yeah, kind of got lucky that we can try to adapt the situation, making some art instruction videos and utilize the very limited virtual resource we have and still trying to reach out to our students.
So 6 years ago when I started here at Rainey, as soon as I walked in, Rainey felt like more than just a school, or it wasn't just a building, it felt like home. And that's what I really want our students to feel when they walk in. And I know that we work really hard to create an environment where they're comfortable just being themselves. And so working with the kids, that keeps me motivated to make sure our programs are really high quality, but also that we're meeting their social needs, their emotional needs. Sometimes we don't play the role of teacher as much as we play the role of friend or mentor in many cases.
Come to here every day, interact with a lot of young people actually inspire me a lot, especially when you see them concentrating on working on anything, the learning, that the spirit of human beings learning process and the growth, that's like the biggest, that's the most thing that touched me. Yeah.
Once again, from the El Sistema at Rainey program, please welcome Chamber Strings Ensemble.
I think the arts have such an important role in the lives of everybody, but I know for myself, the arts saved me. Being involved in music saved me. I was never very interested in school, but what kept me going was going to music class and visual art class and dance class. That motivated me. And through that, there's a lot of possibilities. I didn't grow up very wealthy, so I think, that was a barrier that I was able to overcome by practicing my craft, practicing my skill. And, I love it when we see our kids grow through music. They want to be here. They might not want to be at school every day, but they go because they get to come here afterwards. And I think that's a really important thing that we offer, is just a place.
It's a process that you can turn a lot of invisible ideas to visible, actual, object or painting or any physical, even performance. So I think that process is very magic, and it's nice to have the opportunity to share that experience through, providing our activity with the young people here. Because I believe that it does help you to explore the world, and it does help you to develop a lot of important life skills. It's not only the fun and joy part, it also have to get through a lot of problem solving process. And yeah, so that's something I feel very important.
For me, I always thought that I would have a career more so like in science or a traditional type of career. I don't think my family was aware of the possible options that I could explore through dance. They knew I loved to dance, they knew that I was great at it, but no one ever entertained the idea of pursuing dance as an educational or professional opportunity in the future. So for my life to be rerouted and to be able to kind of instill that, no, you can do this in your future if you choose to, I think that that makes me feel very purposeful in what I do here at Rainey.
Well, I'm really impressed by the way that they have access to like orchestra and ballet, and even some things that you usually don't see in an inner city household or even an inner city school. Mm-hmm. And I never had those opportunities when I was growing up.
To those who have much, that are given much, you know, much is required of you. It's kind of an appreciation for being blessed, to want to be able to bless somebody else. Rainey gives me the perfect opportunity to be able to share those things. So there's no reason for me to try and go somewhere else.
By making Rainey open to all cultures and communities, what we're doing is we're helping to make everyone better together.
Yeah, I think that keeping the doors open, creating an opportunity for kids to still experience the different lessons, the different classes, the different teachers, the different life experiences that everybody can bring to the table, the freedom to, even right now in the pandemic, even though we're wearing masks, but the freedom to still walk around, to still joke, to still laugh and have fun. Still bringing that spirit of, even though it's not the best of times, it still doesn't have to be the worst, and you also don't have to be alone, because you're not the only person that's suffering. And just by working, by the administration team working to provide still opportunities for teachers to still have work during the time, by kids being able to still get out of the house and go somewhere with a different scenery, I think that's quality.
Since the onset of COVID-19, combined with increasing social unrest surrounding racial justice in our nation, we recognize the importance of continuing to serve and support the children and families in relevant ways. Rainey Institute is grateful for the generosity and support and continued partnerships that we have formed. Particularly in this time of extraordinary change and awakening, we appreciate your consciousness and courage to engage in the fight for social justice, racial equality, access, and opportunity for every member of the community, especially our children. Every gift we receive will provide Cleveland's children and their families with high-quality arts education, academic support, mentorship, meals, and opportunities for personal growth and achievement. Thank you.